Hi everyone, welcome to another edition of Take 10. Today we have Sukh Dhaliwal of Monarch House. Welcome Sukh, and thank you for coming on Take 10. Really appreciate. Um, Take 10 is a 10-minute podcast in theory, usually twice the length. To get behind the profile, I say get behind, don't mean it's being intrusive, but to get behind the profile of the LinkedIn profile, get to know the person better, ease us into conversation when you speak to them, next communication, and hopefully then that communication will lead to good business relationships. So yeah, so over to you to introduce yourself further.
Thank you very much, Richard. So, my name is Sukh. I'm the Cluster Director of Sales and Marketing here at Monarch House, and I also do look after Doubletree, London Ealing, but I want to focus on the service apartment side of things today. We're in Kensington, right on the main Kensington High Street. I joined back in August 2023. I was working on the website in the background and the social marketing and media. And then October was officially announced as the sales and marketing guy. And since then, we've just kind of gone upwards and onwards. So we're making sure everything's going in the right direction. Had a few courses with yourself, Richard, to kind of see how we can kind of benefit in the right ways of things. And yeah, here we are.
Well, thank you very much, Sukh. Very kind of you to mention that. Conversely, and I would have said it anyway. In my view, you've put Monarch House, certainly for the service apartment sector, on the map, because an established property as it is, it's met a lot of competition in recent years. I don't mean it's suffered in any way, but Monarch House was there right at the very beginning when I came into the sector. But it's come right back since you've been there, if I may say. So, congratulations and kudos to you for all you've done there, really.
Thank you. Really
So
appreciate that.
no, it's actually really sincere. That really is. So no, I'd love to hear more about Monarch House in a little while. But we've got some burning questions that I need to ask. Um, so the usual icebreaker type questions, the either ors. Um, what everybody's dying to know: skydiving or bungee jumping? Which do you prefer?
Skydiving. I wanted to do that recently at Dubai, but then I was overweight, unfortunately.
So you've done one. I was hoping you hadn't done either, and you'd give me a look of like, what do you mean, Richard? Oh, so you've done skydiving.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, no, they were kind of annoyed with me when I said to them, "Yeah, I think I'm about 100 kilos," and they're like, "No, you're over."
Oh God, that's not fair. So skydiving, great. Oh, well done. But the bungee jumping that you haven't done, I wouldn't have the nerve to do either, I
It's
must
on
say.
the tick list. Yes.
Was it on your kind of, what do they call that? The bucket list, yeah, of things you want to do.
Indeed,
Amazing.
indeed.
Now, we've got the Service Department Awards coming up next week, I believe, and we'll talk more about those later when you're talking about Monarch House.
Mhm.
But casual or formal, what would you prefer if there were a choice at those type of events? Do you like what the question really is do you like dressing formally or casually?
Casually, always. You've noticed how I dress in terms of my. It is business casual in that always.
Yeah, and I would join you with that one. If I could wear tracksuits everywhere, and preferably branded FF Tesco tracksuits, then my family would vouch for the fact that I'm never out of them usually. So
They're quite
yeah,
a few. I
so
have a few pair myself.
prepare yourself. Yeah, a tuxedo always is never good for me, and I've usually got the bow tie on sideways and things like that. But it's not even a look. um, Breakfast or dinner? What meal of the day do you prefer?
Ooh. Can I kind of go out the box and say brunch?
Oh, I do hate it when people don't give me a direct answer.
I'm never the person who likes
Brunch,
to
good
say
one.
yes, no. I'm always the maybe.
Yeah, exactly. Because I was thinking about this one. I think about all of the questions, to be honest. And breakfast, I don't know. I just look forward to that first cup of coffee so much. But on the other hand, with the dinner and, family man as you are and everything, and I suppose that you look forward to seeing your kids and all the rest of it. And it's that time when can get together, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, brunch indeed. Yeah, you sidestep that one. Well, here's one for you because I mean, assuming that you do so when you're preparing food, or at least afterwards, cleaning up as you cook or cleaning up at the end.
Always at the end. You have to cause a complete mess before you even think about basically rectifying it. So, and you might just kind of go, did I actually put that ingredient in or not before you start cleaning up? It's just one of those ones. It has to be done that at the end.
I can see the logic there, and that's kind of like, and that's a good argument. Myself and my wife, we do it totally differently. So, and I put it down to a year I spent in a hamburger restaurant, like a McDonald's in Germany, and you had to keep the workplace clean, as it were, and so you were constantly moving, clearing up during the course of the things. But yeah, my wife, it looks like a bomb site when I go in. So it's really unfair if she cooks and I clear up afterwards. It's just not fair. That's my plea.
50-50.
Saving or spending?
Spending, unfortunately, yeah.
Really, really, yeah. And that's I suppose given the chance, I would. I haven't got any money for either. Come to think of it, I suppose that was just my kind of what do they call that one where I'm talking aspirational question for me. I've never done either.
I grew up with the thought of always saving, and I did do that quite often. But then now I'm kind of in that mature space now where I'm just like, actually, I should enjoy a bit more and basically start spending it. So this is why I kind of indulge in myself and my family more. So yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And once Amazon is discovered as well, and there's no stopping you, is there? You can shop every 24 hours a day. Yeah, I do that in all honesty. A play or a concert? Do you ever go? I don't really have an answer for this one myself, to be honest. I don't go to either. But a play or a concert? Do you go to either of those kind of things?
Oh, haven't done a concert yet, so I do want to put that on my bucket list. Play, I've done already, so I'll probably say play for now. Yeah.
Okay. Nice one. Yeah. I suppose it depends, doesn't it, on the on the specifics, as it were. Really, I live in fear with both of them, that I'll start sneezing or coughing or something, and just continue and just get everybody tuts until I leave and that kind of thing. So yeah, city mansion or practical penthouse? A city mansion or practical penthouse?
Practical penthouse. Yeah, I like to kind of have the bare necessities and what it kind of works and how it works.
Right. So the blinginess and kind of all of that sort of, a butler at the door and that kind of, mind you could have a butler at the door in the penthouse, couldn't you? I suppose. Yeah.
You could, but I'm quite laissez-faire in that kind of way. I like to kind of just enjoy the small things in life at the most relaxed level. And basically, for me, being in city centre is pretty much how we are in London anyway. Basically, you're always there and everything. And this is where you kind of get that breath of fresh air, that space away from everything. And this is where you can kind of switch off, like I did 3 weeks ago in India.
Oh, yeah, exactly. No, that's lovely. Yeah, exactly. And like you say, then if there's a roof garden or something up there on the penthouse, with the penthouse as well, and all that fresh air, yeah.
Yep.
I don't know if you're artistic at all, painting or drawing. So if you were to kind of like be given a choice, or do you maybe like it like escapism in a way, painting or drawing? Do you have any preference?
I'd probably say painting. I can't. My handwriting is absolutely atrocious. My drawing skills are completely distraught. So I'm probably one of those like people who just kind of start splashing on the canvas as much as I could.
Yeah. I mean, I remember an art student once saying to me that everyone can draw. It's just interpreting what's in your mind through your. I know that there's kind of dexterity as such, that some people are just amazing at drawing realistic things. But I don't know. Maybe she was telling an untruth just to shut me up or
I
something.
can doodle pretty well. That's all I can do, but not like draw or do any kind of features in that kind of way.
Yeah. Strangest food you've ever eaten? Couple more questions. Strangest food you've ever eaten? Anything kind of really
weird like this? Tarantula.
Tarantula.
Tarantula. Yeah.
Oh, well done, Sukh. You've gone right to the top of the table with that one. A
Now
tarantula.
there was an insect restaurant a few years ago. I don't know if they're still running or not, but this was basically in Central. And basically, yeah, they were doing like tarantula, fried this, fried that. There was even scorpion. I've heard actually the Gong restaurant in Shard actually does a scorpion on top of their cocktails, and that's actually not bad.
Really?
Yeah, just
Wow.
make sure you don't get
And do you,
the pincer in your mouth. It does hurt.
oh, really? But you
Yeah,
eat the rest of the scorpion,
yeah.
but not the stingy bit.
No,
Blimey. And a tarantula. That really is. Where did you eat the tarantula?
I can't remember the place or the name. I'd have to actually Google it in honesty.
In
It's
London, is
been
it?
a good like 7, 8 years now that I went to it. So it was a once in
Yeah.
a lifetime thing where basically like me and my colleague was like, yeah, we'll just do
Yeah.
it for a bit.
In London, though, was it? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. I think I'm moving on swiftly, especially for when anybody that's watching has got fear of spiders. Um, attending, and this is a leading question because we'll move you on then to Monarch House. But attending an event or hosting an event? You got to say
Ooh.
hosting an event.
I think I prefer the hosting side of things in all honesty, like with the background of fam trips and doing like weekend excursions. That's always the fun part of it when you just kind of have a good laugh with everyone and you when it's not basically like a networking event, you get to have that one-on-one time with everyone. But when you're doing a like networking event, again, you get to kind of show everything that you do brilliantly in certain aspects. And yeah, whereas
Mm,
we're attending, yes, we can network, we can catch up, but then it's just completely different when you host it.
exactly. Uh, Yeah, I agree. And that leads us on really to please if you could wash my mind of that picture of a tarantula being eaten and tell me please more about Monarch House.
Yeah.
I'll turn it over to you so
Thank you.
to tell us all about
No,
the property and what have you.
indeed, indeed. So Monarch House, as I mentioned, was on Kensington High Street. So we're right opposite the Holland Park Gate design, the design museum. You have the Japanese Kyoto Gardens as well. Um, we've got 41 service apartments, and when I kind of describe Monarch House now, I'm kind of saying that we're now moving away from Monarch House towards Monarch Home. And basically, we've added the few elemental pieces that we want to kind of finish with the jigsaw piece now. So, when I joined in August 2023, we were in the mode of redesigning the website, revamping everything, getting it in the right direction, bringing in the USP because back then the website mentioned late checkout, parking, and I was like, nope, that's not the USPs. It's now tranquility, spaciousness, and security. And that's basically what we want to kind of provide there for our guests. We're brilliant in terms of corporate relocation. And yeah, when I was saying spaciousness, the key element is we have the 41 apartments. Our smallest is 63 square meters, and our largest is 190 square meters. So when we say spaciousness, we don't mean kind of like the cozy style studio apartments. We actually mean you have a physical living room, you have a physical bedroom, and you have a physical separate bathroom for the one beds if you're looking at that regard, and some come with ensuite. So yeah, we've invested £2 million when I joined. I think we've done double that now since. So we've refreshed the kitchens. We've been hosted now air fryers and blenders, moving to the 21st, 22nd century in terms of the deluxe apartments upwards. And we've now started basically working on the individual apartments top to bottom and basically doing a full renovation of those there. And we managed to reach number 2 on TripAdvisor. So out of 482 hotels, we were number 2. I'm aiming for number 1. We're number 4 at the moment, so we've gone back down. But with this graciousness, there's always that ego of I must get there. I must get number 1. But no, it's absolutely brilliant. And basically, with what we've got going on, with what's coming up, we've got the duplex apartment, which is going to be a complete renovation of the apartment building itself. So yeah, we're just kind of all at it right now in a very simple way of saying things.
Exciting, very exciting. You mentioned the Monarch Home. So are you? Will you? I don't think you mean this, but I'll check. Do you mean you're going to be rebranding as Monarch Home, or that's kind
not
of?
Not as such, no. So the name has always been Monarch House. It will stick with that. So Monarch House Service Apartments. It's just the whole kind of like this, my sales ways of saying things, the marketing way of things, where Monarch House is now becoming the Monarch Home, where basically you're welcome to a lovely home. And this is basically how it works with the corporate relocation and the people who do come here for the extended stays, because you don't want to give them another hotel, because they can go to any other hotel, have the B&B facilities, have the dinner, and as you mentioned, the breakfast and dinner, whereas we're providing you a home away from home, something where you can kind of say, actually, this is very spacious, very tranquil. I can do my thing. I can cook my own food. You have the bare necessities in terms of amenities and anything else that's required. We usually do help out quite well with our concierge services. So,
yeah, no, so that makes sense, and like you say, really, then it's a lot of warmer feel to it, isn't there? Yeah, and you mentioned three things: tranquility, space, and what was the third? The third?
So tranquility, spaciousness, and security. Because
security.
If you recall from the entrance, you have that lovely walkway entrance with the basically fountain and everything else. But the security part of it is because you have that main entrance with the lovely fob key entrance, and then you have the lobby entrance with the reception, and then you have another fob key entry as well. And basically, we're 24/7 anyway with the team members at the reception team. So everything's kind of very secure in that kind of way, which works really well for the area we're in, because we get a lot of emissaries and high commissions.
Right. You mentioned USPs and the movement of USPs when it becomes mainstream, but I suppose you can never have enough security. Is that kind of a type of a USP for you? Do you feel that you have then the embassy staff diplomats that can be housed there, that you've got CCTV all over the place? And
yeah, definitely. We actually upgraded the CCTV when I first started, so we've basically got 4K everywhere now in terms of public areas, so it's quite good in that regard. But touch wood, we've not had an incident as of yet, and we're hoping not to, but it's just good to kind of give that reassurance to anyone who's coming in, and especially when we get VVIP clients for like actors and actresses who want to kind of come in, or even directors. We get quite a few of them at the apartments, and they just kind of want to have something where just kind of like they just mesh into the background, basically not kind of forefront for everyone to kind of see. And basically it's very enclosed, Monarch House, with the way it's kind of set up. You'll see when we do the Sabbath event, because of the courtyard area as well, you kind of see everything's kind of internally facing. You do have external facing apartments, but then we can allocate it really well for ourselves. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Great. And yeah, you mentioned Saba there, and the hosting. So I know it tends to date the recording, but that's the 29th of May, isn't it? This coming the 29th of May. So anybody watching this before the 29th of May, then do please register, and you'll be able to see this fantastic property. Talking about superlatives, really. You're up for some awards, I hear. Would you like to tell us about those?
Yeah, we are indeed. So we've got Best Property for the Service Apartment Award. I think it's 21 to 70 units. Best Interior Design, and obviously with my lovely little background picture there, we've got some lovely apartments that we've now redesigned and basically done there. Best Flex Rental Operator, and hopefully with enough votes, we'll get Team of the Year. So we're up for 4 awards. All 4 basically I nominated ourselves for. We've got them there, so I'm quite proud of what dialogues. Look forward to them.
Yeah, absolutely. No, look forward to that. Definitely, and I wish you best. I always hesitate to say luck. That luck isn't involved, is it? It's hard work that comes into it. So I wish you the best of recognition for all your hard work and investments as well. It's funny, actually, you're saying I with that left and right thing, where you didn't know which way to, and I'm always kind of like trying to go explain a sequence of events. I'm going and start from the left, but that's the right. Forget it. You mentioned air fryers.
Yes.
So how long have you had air fryers in? I was in a place recently, and you might want to put this label on there. Said don't use oil to deep fry in this. I
think people need to understand the logic of air fryer. No, it can be easy like that. I know, and people might think it's like, oh, that's a very nice rice cooker.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, could be anything, couldn't it? Yeah, let's whack it all in there and deep fry some rice. Yeah, I'd definitely have a label on there. I don't know, this person, this company had clearly, is by bitter experience that they'd learned, I think.
Okay,
No,
in
that's
mind.
great. And should we say a word or two about the group and the hotels?
Yeah, so we are affiliated with Como Hotels and Resorts. So the Howkin, the Met, and obviously the ones that are overseas. So these are kind of like our sister brands from the parent brand ourselves. But we are our own independent brand as Monarch House. And then obviously I also look after Doubletree, Hilton, and Ealing. So as I always say to everyone, if you need mates rates and if you need to travel in Hilton locations, let me know.
Honestly, yeah. Well, that's some responsibility, all those properties. So yeah, congratulations for all you do. Oh, so I mean, I've certainly learned a lot more about you. I'm not sure I wanted to learn everything with going back now to the tarantula. I need to look that one up.
Don't
Um,
knock it until you try it. In all honesty, I have to say it was quite a bit of a bittersweet enjoyment. I have to say.
oh, what was it? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll have to ask you more about this one. But yeah, no, thank you very much for all of that, for your time this afternoon. It's been great. And yeah, we'll see each other shortly. Just stay where you are though, but we'll say cheerio to the viewers. Um, yeah, but thank you very much for all your time.
Thank you very much, and thank you, viewers.